we know.
What we know.
What we know.
Travelling.
Australia.
Caravanning.
Camping.
What we know.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of What We Know. We are tripping to the max, Hayley and Daniel, and our two boys, Jet and Jackson. If you're new to the channel, we travel Australia full time. We travel in a Ram 1500 and we have an A-Light Fabrications canopy on the back of it. It is absolutely vital to what we do, and I don't know if we'd be able to travel without it, but as part of having that we needed a 12 volt system to power everything up. So we reached out to the guys at Frankie's Auto Electrics in Nowra, where we're from, and basically gave them we wanted something simple but effective and at a good quality price, and the boys have absolutely smashed this one out of the park. So we'll swing around and I'll run you through what we've done, what we've got, and what we use to power up this beast, because this 12 volt system is probably one of my favourite things on our whole setup, and like I said, absolutely vital to everything we do. So we'll swing around and we'll run you through it. Righto, so the most important part of any 12 volt system is the battery. The boys hooked me up with a Ritar. It's a 200 amp hour lithium battery. Especially for full-time touring, lithium's, in my opinion, a must. Yeah, we can run this right down to pretty much nothing and we've still got power. So the 200 amps on that is a usable 200 amps, which is an absolute must-have for us. These things come with a 5-year nationwide warranty, and it has been absolutely faultless. I couldn't be more happy with it. We've had not one scrap of drama. But having a big battery is all well and good, but you need something to charge it. So we've gone for the best, and we've gone with Red Arc. We've gone the Red Arc Manager 30. We did say that we wanted to use the best quality products, just for longevity and just so we know it would work. And the boys come through with, like we can see, it's a bit of a mixed package, but everything works seamlessly together. So yeah, the Manager 30 is a all-in-one unit. It's got a 30 amp MPPT charger for running your solar through. It's got a 30 amp AC charger, so you can plug it into shore power and charge it that way. Or it has a 30 amp DC-DC charger in it too, so when you start your car, runs off the alternator and it charges your battery up. So when we're traveling pretty consistently, this thing's sitting constantly at about 100%, like it never goes flat. So yeah, the Red Arc has been absolutely impeccable, and I couldn't, again, another thing that I couldn't recommend highly enough. There's not too much to them. The thing we liked about it was that it had a all-in-one unit and it didn't have lots of different modules and stuff set up everywhere, so it took up less space and was a little bit lighter, because obviously weights are pretty important when you're setting up a full-time tourer. And then off that, to run all our 240 volt power, again, gone with the best. Then a drive 2000 watt inverter. It's got an AC transfer switch, so you can run GPOs off it. It's got a, yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. We can run our kettle, air fryer, induction cooker, not all together obviously, but for us it was exactly what we needed. We could have gone bigger, but it just seemed like extra expense, extra weight and extra size that we just really didn't need. Yeah, so it has performed brilliantly so far. We give it an absolute flogging, and yeah, could not be happier. And also down here, this is a Red Arc shunt, which sends all your loads and stuff to the Manager 30, so it can keep track, and to the little screen, so it can tell you how many loads you're using, what's coming in, what's going out, just so the system can keep track of the actual status of your battery. That was something that the Frankies recommended for us, and yeah, seems to be doing everything. We can keep constant track of every little thing that's going on with our batteries in our system. But yeah, so that is basically the brains of the operation, and like I said, we've kept keeping it as simple as we could, just having everything that we needed. And as you can see, it's all come in fairly small and very, very tidy, so it takes up less space, so we can fit all the stuff in that we need to without having that extra weight. But then while they were out doing that, they also put these, there's a switch here, they put the, I don't know if Hayley can catch that probably, but they put these bar lights in. There's 3 of them in there, which run off, there's a switch on each side. I'll just swing around here, but you can look up there, they go switch between a light amber, an orange and your white lights, and they're fully dimmable, so they are pretty damn cool. We've used them quite a lot. We use the orange especially because they keep down the bugs and they're not super bright and annoying for anyone around you. But yeah, so basically that's it on this side, but the bulk and the brains of the operation all hidden away here. We've kept it fairly simple. We didn't get any GPOs installed. I'll just swing around here. But we've just run off the inverter, just run a cord to the other side, and we can drop in and we can plug everything you need to into that. So I'll jump out and we'll swing around to the other side and I'll show you what's going on over there. Over this side, all tucked in behind the fridge, so it's all out of the way, doesn't take up any unnecessary space. We've got the display screen for the Manager 30. So simple flick of the button tells you all your information, all our states of charge, what loads are coming out, how long of battery life we've got, how much percentage is being used. Like, it literally tells you everything. So it's simple to use but does everything we need to, so no need to overcomplicate it with things that aren't necessary. So we've just got that tucked in there, and up here we've got our safety switches and a GPO for the 240 shore power when we plug into it. So if anything goes awry, this will trip out, and the Manager 30 is plugged into this, so it runs power from the back of the truck into this to charge through shore power. And then there's still a separate plug there if we need to, so we can run power out of that when we're plugged in. But yeah, they're a must-have if you've got a 240 hookup. So then down here we have USB and C chargers. Got heaps of them for charging all our batteries and GoPros and whatnot. And these are just your 12-volt cigarette lighter sockets. We just wanted plenty of charging options, so we got a couple of those put in. And then this one here, this is the transfer switch for our, what's that thing called? Inverter. That's a bit of a brain fart, but yeah, this is our transfer switch for the inverter. So basically, hit the switch, and now the whole truck's lit up for 240 volt. And like I said, we've just run this simple cord. If we step down this way a bit, just got a simple cord running down here, drops down there, like this, and plug it in, hit the switch, the inverter fires up, and away we go. Hayley can have a coffee, and that keeps her happy, which keeps me happy. We can cook lunch. Turn that off, it's a bit noisy. Yeah, so the initial outlay of a system like this is reasonably expensive, but in the long run it's going to save us a fortune, because we cook heaps of our meals on here. When we're out, we don't have to buy lunch because we can just do it all in here. Yeah, like I said, we've got the Bushman's 85 litre upright fridge, which absolutely love this thing. We can fit that much stuff in it that we can quite easily go away for quite a few days with just this packed up. So, and it draws very little power, so again the battery gets more life out of it, and it weighs less compared to like a chest freezer on a slide or whatever. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much the bulk of the system. It's, like I said, it's been absolutely faultless. The boys at Frankie knocked this out of the park. We are over the moon with it. But we'll swing around the back, and there's just a couple of other little things that they've put on it to so we come down here, we got this little Anderson plug here, which is tucked away in there beautifully and cleanly. That's just for our solar input, so we can put an external solar blanket onto that. And yeah, it's just neat as a pin in there. Then under here they've just wired up a couple of Anderson plugs for stuff on the van. It's a DC charger hook up to run through to the van when we're towing, and just a 12-pin plug, and there's just a camera from for the back of the caravan. Then the other thing, this is our shore power connection. So when if we need to run a 240 plug-in, it's just tucked up there, out of the way, and not going to get damaged and covered in mud and whatnot. So they also, at the same time, sorry to turn my back on this, they put this rear work light on, which is just crazy bright, and when we're backing up a camp or whatever, we can throw that on, and it's just, yeah, I love this. It's a LV automotive light. Yeah, it's a really cool light. And this is just a reversing camera, because we obviously lost all our vision out the back with the canopy, so they've just put the reversing camera, which has got a screen up on the rear vision mirror in the cab. So pretty much, I think that's it. That's the extent of it. Like I said, it's definitely a crucial part of what we do. We wouldn't be without it. Absolutely love it. We'll keep it as simple as you need to. Don't get caught in the trap of thinking you need absolutely everything. We've just told the boys, put on it what you think we need. We sat down and nutted out a plan and threw it all in. So yeah, so if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you want to see a full rig rundown of the whole ram, or drop a link up here, and you can check that out. We do go over the whole thing, show you every nut and bolt that's been put on it. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna sign out here with that one, and we'll catch you on the next one.